Oh, I'm not a loner. I have friends. They're coming tomorrow. I've created a monster. Like, legitimately. Holy shit. She was more obsessed. It felt so special. It felt like such an anime moment, you know? Ririka is like so heated up. She's like, I want to get into the pool like naked. And then, yeah, my 15-year-old Raden-chan. But yeah, I was enjoying my first day there, being alone. I felt a bit awkward being alone at lunch and dinner. Yeah, but I made sure to tell everybody, oh yeah, I'm alone today, but I have friends coming in tomorrow. Yeah. I made sure to let staff know that I'm not a weirdo, I'm not a loner, I have friends, they're coming tomorrow. Yeah. I have one with Raden in Okinawa. She's like so obsessed with snorkeling now. I have created a monster. Like, legitimately. Holy shit. She was more obsessed with snorkeling than me. Every free moment she had, she just even ran out snorkeling on her own all the time in the same spot. And holy shit, I was so happy about that. She really likes it because like Wayne liked it quite a lot. I think she got like sick a little bit. Like she had some problems with breathing and stuff, so it wasn't too easy for her, but she enjoyed it. Nerissa didn't like it at all. So I was like, oh, I hope these girls like it. They all liked it. But Raden was like on another level. Yeah, she was like, oh, Nature's Museum. Yeah. And now she legitimately, she was like, I'm gonna go back to the Maldives next year. I'm like, oh my god. Huh? And she was thinking about all the places she could go snorkeling at in Japan too. And I was like, oh, if you go snorkeling in Japan, maybe hit me up. And I we did like end up doing so much together because of the snorkeling together. And at the end there was one time where after tennis, you know, we had dinner and then we played tennis at 9 p.m. No, 9:30. We were kind of late, so we played from 9:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. So random, but like that was the only time they had available because you have to book the tennis court. And I thought that was good anyway because it would be cool, like chill weather, it wouldn't be hot. And we had the whole huge ass tennis court to ourselves, and we were so ass. Roboko senpai was cracked. She was actually so good at it. What the fuck? Roboko senpai was so good at it. She hasn't had like played tennis in so long, she said, but like I could totally see her like go back into her element out of nowhere. She didn't even really need warm-up. She just something clicked and she was back in the tennis world. She was so good. At first I was like, oh, let's play senpais versus kohais, so I was on her team, but I was ruining it for her a little bit. I was so bad. And then later I was like, okay, Roboko senpai, you know what, like you're so good, I think you can take all three of us. So なんかロボコ先輩なんでそんなにテニスうまいんだって思った。マジでびっくりした。かっこいい、クソかっこいい。I locked out. The more I tried to like get good, the worse I got. No, I was shit. She's so nice. I was so shit. I was so bad. I surf in a different way. But it was so fun. Like we were so shit besides Roboko senpai, but like just having this little activity that, you know, I don't know, it's so unrelated to the Maldives, right? So it felt so random, and it was like in the middle of the night. Like everything about it felt so random, and it felt like, I don't know, an activity that normally we would never get to do. Like this just doesn't. I mean, sometimes in Japan, you know, people go out to eat, people go out to drink, people go out to see the movies or something like realistic like that. But going to like play tennis at night is so random, and it felt so special. It felt like such an anime moment, you know? And we were like hyping ourselves up so much. We were like having so much fun, screaming at each other and commentating everything. We were in streamer mode. I was actually kind of recording it on one of my phones, but that phone ran out of space so quickly, so I didn't get much of it. But maybe I'll publicize it. Yeah, it was so weirdly fun. We had a blast, and like after those 30 minutes we were all like exhausted because it was cool, but it was humid, so we still got hot, and yeah, we were running around a lot because the tennis court is fucking huge, so you run around a lot to pick up the balls that we constantly don't manage to hit. So after 30 minutes it was perfect. Like 30 minutes was just right. And we lost the ball, which was also funny. I think Ririka was the one, I think, who lost the ball. Like, she served it and it went like wing all over the huge fence. And we slightly go looking for it. We're like, okay, we're not finding it. It's fucking dark. We return the balls to the reception. I'm like, sorry, we lost one ball. And they're like, it's okay, no problem. And we're just like all like giggling and just joking around, messing around. It was such a youthful vibe. 青春って感じた。マジで。なんか普通ホロメンとそういう遊びなかなかしないし、ホロメンとじゃなくてもリア友ともなんかそういうテニスなんかやんないわ普通。Like even like with HoloLive members, I feel like just an activity like that is really rare and special. Like even with like non-Holo friends that I have, just playing tennis is like so like we wouldn't even think about that, going to have a tennis session together, you know? It's just so random. So we returned to our villa at like 10 p.m. It's dark, everybody's so excited, they look at the stars. We return and like Ririka is like so heated up. She's like, I wanna get into the pool like naked. And I'm like, you're serious? She's like, let's everybody get into the pool naked. But what she really meant is like not quite naked. I don't know if I should say this, but like, I mean, it's not much different from wearing a swimsuit. But she went in her underwear. Is she gonna get mad? I mean, it's not much different from a swimsuit. And I mean, why would you're like heated and you just want to get into the pool quickly, right? You don't want to change into a swimsuit. Yeah. So she went in there with her underwear, and then Rumoko senpai joined her. But Raden was like, nah, I don't need to. I don't feel like I'm going into the pool right now. But I was like, oh, maybe we can just dangle our feet in the water. So me and Raden were sitting on the side and dangling our feet in the pool, and the other two were like, you know, in underwear in the pool. And then me and Raden, no, we were singing. We were looking at the stars, and then we were all singing because Nobuko senpai was playing music on her phone, and we were all singing along to "あれがでねぶあれたいるべが君が指さす夏の大三角」「空を見る」Yeah, we were singing "君の知らない物語." I was like, oh my god, it's my anime. And it was so fitting, and it was so it was so emotional and deep, and such a vibe. The atmosphere was crazy. There was one time during dinner where Raden went on a side quest that was funny. And she took another member with her. I don't know if it was Luboko or Rika, but probably Rika? I don't know. But we were eating dinner, and she was going back to the buffet to get something, to get more food. But then, I don't know, she somehow got talking with a staff. And the staff was like, I don't know how it happened. I wasn't there. But the staff showed to Raden, like, pointed out a spot where there were exceptionally many sharks under the building, you know, that I showed you before. And it was like lit up nicely. You could really see a lot of them. Yeah. And then she was like, she was there. It was like 10 meters away from where we were sitting. It was still outside. We were sitting outside. She was outside. We could hear her from afar getting really excited and being like, ah, sugoi! Wow! Sugoi! Same! Like, she was going on and on and on and on, and we could hear her from afar getting like super excited. Yeah, she was like doing a little side quest there mid-dinner, and she came back. She was really excited. She was, oh my god, they showed us all the sharks. Wow, there's so many sharks. I'm like, I know. I know there's so many sharks. Once you're away from your vacation, it feels like it never happened, bro. Yeah, that is so funny. She bought like a plushie. She brought like a lot of Pomo Pudding plushies that she always brings along, like a big one and like a medium-sized one and a small one. But then she also bought a pufferfish plushie in the hotel shop, and she bought it pretty early on, and she asked me what it's called in English. I said pufferfish, and ever since then, the whole vacation, every day, several times, she would be like, pufferfish, 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 pufferfish. I was like, yeah, pufferfish, yeah, that's right, pufferfish. She was saying it so cutely. She kept on repeating it. And then she was like acting out that Pomo Pomo Pudding and her pufferfish plushie, they were like fighting and attacking each other. They're not getting along well or so, and Pomo Pomo Pudding is like jealous that she got another plushie. Yeah. Playing with the plushies like they're Barbies. Yeah, my 15-year-old Raden-chan. But she kept on saying Papa Fish. She was like learning and picking up a lot of English words so quickly, and then she would repeat it a lot of times and remember it quite well and use it as much as she could. It was just like with when I told her super danke. Well, she didn't even tell her. She heard me say it, and then she kept on repeating it. Super danke, super danke. Well, and also thank you for, once again, making this possible to go on vacations like this, to give me awesome, sick-ass vacations, and for waiting while I couldn't stream. Man, I really wanted to stream.